Folks, I have loved this season of Deal or No Deal Island, and we just had, I think, one of the most exciting finales. We're only 2 seasons in, but to me, this was such a great hour of television. And we are speaking with the Golden God himself, the legend, the winner of Survivor Australia, of course, but also now the winner of Deal or No Deal Island. David, welcome to the show.
Ryan, thanks for having me, buddy.
David,
Hey,
I got my first question is, can I borrow money?
no, you
Now,
cannot.
okay, guys, I hate to spoil this, but this dude won close to $6 million, and I have to say it was one of the. I was like, how are they going to make this exciting this final episode? Because it was you facing off against the banker. We find out it's Chrissy Teigen, and like. You just kept picking the right briefcases and then you kept not making the deal. And I got really scared for you and I got scared for your family. And this is what makes reality competition series exciting to watch. What was going through your head that entire time?
I mean, it's so good, right? I was watching it back for me. I'm like, take the deal, you idiot. Oh, no. Sorry. It's me. Man, it was super intense. I was really having a spiritual experience out there. My father, who passed away 2 years ago, I felt like he was there with me and kind of like guiding my case choices. And I felt very sure of where that 12.2 was. Like I just had this internal sense of it being in that case number 7. So I felt very confident moving through the game. Like obviously as it's happening, you've got this little voice in the back of your head that's doubting and being like, no,
Yeah.
you're not reading it right. That's not it. But it was confidence, man. I felt like really safe, really secure. And I love making big television, Ryan. I
Well, that's
love
what you
making big
you. I mean, I don't think a lot of people understand how good you were in Survivor Australia because we don't get it in the States. So you have to really search it out. But I think you are a student of reality competition series. You studied this stuff, and I
oh,
feel like that comes into play watching you on this. And it was really interesting to watch you have really great gameplay, but also deal with this slight sense of paranoia all season because you were scared that people were going to realize you were the winner of Survivor Australia.
yeah, definitely. And that was ever present, like going through there, because I erased like the last 7 years of my life. I basically had my timeline of like doing TV, winning Survivor, hosting TV. And then I had this fake timeline of where what would have happened to me if my television career didn't take off. I'm a failed actor. I haven't really gotten my start. I'm doing some small YouTube stuff. I'm a jujitsu instructor. And I have experience with all of that. And that's who I sold myself as. Because there was this real theme in there of like, oh, Pav won $1 million. Like, she's rich. She can't win the show. So I was like, well, I can't be that guy. And so I was like, what would my life have looked like if, I just hadn't really made it and da 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 da. So I created this alternate character. Like I said it, man, I was like Don Brasco. I was like full undercover, you
Well, I
know?
mean, and that leads to, I think, these big moments that create really good reality competition series. You are known in this series as having the alliance of the family with Dixon and Parvati. How real was that alliance to you? Because I talked to Parvati this past week when she was unfortunately out of the game. And, to me, she's a legend as well. How real was that? You are aware of Parvati. Dixon new to this, but he's hungry. He's like a little kid, seeing his first competition series. How real was that alliance to you?
So real, 100% real. I was taking both of them to the end. And
Really? Okay.
yes, 100%. I was not turning on either of them. Uh, um, I think in these kind of competitions, for me, with social strategic competitions, you have to find real bonds. Like you have to find something that's more than just like, oh yeah, he's a nice guy. Because if you don't, you're cooked. Like, what reason have I got to keep you in the game, Ryan, after this conversation? Right? Like, you got to give me something. And with Dixon, it was that father son thing. And with Pav, it was like, we're both reality giants that can play together. Like, I'm not going to come for you, don't come for me. And we will run over these people. I'm always going to be visible. I'm a big guy. I'm always going to be visible. I can't hide. I can't play under the radar. So I need to be visible. So you're with us, like me and Pav. We're at the front of this thing. Like we're big. We're not hiding anywhere. You're either with us or we're going to run over you. And that's how we kind of played it.
Yeah, it was really interesting to watch Dr. Will start to like suspect you had been on his show before. And even in the finale, when it is brought up you were on Survivor Australia, you still saw shocked reactions with the former players that had not known that yet. And I thought that was such a nice little touch. So you win this money, and I guess the obvious choice is, to me, I think American audiences are finally like catching up to who you are. Even if, they haven't watched Survivor Australia. Where do we go from here? Because you said said, this is my life without these things, but you have all of these things. You've created this character, you've created this life. Where do you want to go? Because I feel like it's dealer's choice and you're the dealer. Where do we go from here?
Look, I was hosting television shows in Australia, and that I love hosting. I'm like Joe Manganiello in Australia,
And he's
and
great, man, in this show.
he is the best, man. Like, and playing that game with him there was the greatest experience of my life. Like, what a legend Joe is. He's so charismatic. He's the best reality TV show host we have. Like, hands
Uh, even bigger than Jeff Probst. You can
way
be better.
bigger. Dude, Probst is a dog, man. Come on.
Oh my God. Well, we're not doing Survivor USA anytime soon. Well, I know. By the way, I talked to Joe earlier in the season. We used to be acting class buddies back in the day, which by the way, you were an actor, The Heights, shout out. But where are we going from here now? Like you did all of this stuff. Do you want to go to the traders? I feel like you could choose where you want to
Yeah.
go.
I mean, I would like to go. I want to do good projects. Like I want to do interesting stuff. And that's what this money gives me is like I can say no to things now. So I love making television, Ryan. Like I love it. I love it. It's what I was born to do. I like entertaining people. So I just want to do interesting stuff. And if people come to me, they want to do a cool project, I'm down.
Well, I think you're going to be down a lot. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of options coming your way, which I'm really excited to see where you land next. But how will this affect your gameplay going forward? You know, now you are even a bigger threat to like, that's what I always like to study. Like Parvati, big threat anywhere she goes.
I disagree with you. So you saw it this season. Like big threats need to stay in the game together. Like I would have taken Pav to the end. You want to go to the end of this game? Play with me. You can knock me out early, but if you want to go to the end with me, you want to be a big character, you want to be a big player, let's do it together. There's no other way for television veterans to move through these games if they don't stick together. And you're seeing this constant thing of like the big players or the best players are getting knocked out early is because people are so scared. So you need to be, if you want to be a big player or you want to be a big player in this game, you got to stick with the other big players. The Boston Robs, the Parvati's, the Tysons, like these big players, they're the people you need to stick with. With me.
And
Play with
biggest
me. We'll go to the end.
I'm staying with you, dude. Biggest prize pot ever in television, like I mean, in reality game show history. I was talking to Letty just before you, and I was like, the traders they split over a little over 200,000. You're walking away with 5.9. Like like this is insane sort of money that I've never seen given away.
Oh,
What was your proudest moment of the game? And you cannot count the final episode.
dude, I love Gabby Windy. I think she's hilarious.
Isn't she amazing?
Like, let me get my money. Where's my 40 grand?
Yeah.
I'm with you, Gabby. Let's get paid. I want my money.
They're making you talk to me, and they're going to give you the money afterwards. This is your final thing before the check.
But like I just want to have fun, man. Like I just want to do fun projects. Like it's not going to be a financial incentive anymore for me. Like I've got a great business manager. I'm investing in this. I have a full-time income from the amount of money that I have. So for me, it's just fun.
What's your proudest moment of this game, though?
Oh, what was my
Without the final episode, you cannot
Of
count
this
the
game?
final episode.
Oh man, my proudest moment of this game, I think, is probably that final challenge and convincing Philip to give me the high case.
Okay, so guys, we had just talked to Letty, and like Letty had an alliance with Philip, and you convinced Philip, who was really he had his feelings hurt by your actions, and you still convinced him. What do you think did it? Like, and when you're in that moment trying to convince Philip, is there a bit of a salesman, or is it completely genuine? Are you connecting soul to soul?
You have to come genuine. And I'm very good socially. I'm very good at reading people, and I knew what Philip needed in that moment. You don't really get to see the proper speech I gave to Philip, the chat we had. Like it's so truncated. You just see this little glimpse. But like I gave Philip what he needed in that moment, which was that like I validated him. I made him a part of my game, and I came to him with humility. And I was like, look, man, like I knew that I could get you 75,000 in that moment. I couldn't guarantee you that you would get to the end, and I can't guarantee how much money you would win at the end, but I can guarantee you 75 grand. And that's why I gave you the 75. Like that I knew I could do, and I did it. So you got the 75. You're the person you want to be. And knowing Philip's character, and Philip is such an inspirational person, and he's been through so much
I
stuff.
like him a lot.
I love him. And I just knew that he did not have it in him to give me the low case from that point. And it's just not his character. So you've got to be able to read people. I had to be able to read everyone and give them what they need in that moment. And that's just something I'm very good at, Ryan. Like that's why I'm
Yeah.
so.
I mean, listen, you could ask me for money right now. I'd give it to you. That's how much I potentially trust you. What was your toughest moment in the
How much are we
game?
talking? Ryan? How much?
I mean, just like $100. It's not much, but I'd give it to you.
Take 100. I'll take 100.
Yeah, but he's 5.9 plus $100 richer in
Plus
terms of millions.
one
Plus
dollar.
one.
Yeah.
What was your toughest moment of the game? Was there ever a time you seem like a very confident person that believes in who you are? Was there ever a moment that your confidence was rocked in this game in any sense?
I'll tell you a funny one. On the Sandcastle challenge, I got out of there quick. I bulldozed the little key to open and I was out the gate. And I'm sprinting down the path and I get to the sandcastles and then I see the castle is like 2.5 mil. And I was like, I thought they said there was a $4 million castle. But as I keep going down the path a little ways, there's a sign that was like no entry. So you couldn't go into the maze. But instead of taking the hook in the right and keep on going down the beach, I was like, oh, no entry. I got to stop here. 2.5 must be the high one. So I ran back and I drop kicked that castle and I was like digging in. And then I just see Letty like truck past me down that thing. And I was like, oh, shit. Because that one I actually wanted to win. I like to make a mess of things, especially at the start, so I look like a dum-dum. That one I actually thought I really would like to win this one. And then she just runs past me, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to pick up the pieces to this one. And I was in IVs being like, yeah, I intentionally took the smaller case, so I didn't have to do that.
That's
I blew that.
That's a great. There's a lesson in there somewhere. As we start winding down here, what is the difference for you playing Survivor Australia to playing this game? You know, you are a man that like at one point had two idols. You know, you also convinced somebody with a fake idol to trade for a real idol. You've done some really huge moves. How did this compare to Survivor?
Look, I love that Survivor. Survivor made me, so I probably shouldn't be trashing. Australian Survivor made me, but it is so hard, man. Like I really suffered. I lost 16 kilograms. I tore my LCL. I had 10 stitches in my leg. I had spider bites that went necrotic on my ass cheek, and it's just a very, very different experience. It took me almost 2 years to physically recover from when I won Survivor. I left Deal or No Deal Island better than I ever was. So
yeah, they fed you. They housed you in nice tents. Like it was kind of nice.
And just the sheer amount of money that you can want that I did win makes that prize pale in comparison. Like that million. Why would you put yourself through that hell for $1 million? I mean, now it's only what, like 21 days they play or whatever, but it's like $1 million. Like for what? Like,
yeah, I miss the old days of Survivor when it was like 39 days and it was even more. I mean, but it's an intense game.
It was so much better. And like you had to rely on all these things, like your physicality, your social game, your strategy. And like it's just too homogenized now for me.
Um, well, I mean, listen, you know, you are the huge winner. I know you have a family, you have 4 kids, and I have to tell you, you made that finale so exciting to watch. Just your emotional connection to each of those briefcases, the funny moment you had with Chrissy Teigen, the connection you had with the cast. I think it really was this kind of perfect finale that I really didn't know. I was kind of like, this is going to be like an afterthought at this point, but then it got me so into it, and I kept checking how many minutes were left, and I just kept getting so scared. It was like just really perfect reality television, and you helped create that. You created moments all season long, and you guys, this guy, you're going to keep seeing him. I have a feeling this is not, I mean, we're far from over with David in terms of competition series and in terms of what he's going to do here in the US. So I'm really excited. Anything else that you want to share with the audience or any way we can, I mean, you don't need our financial support at this point. Is there any way we can support you otherwise? How do we follow your adventures?
Oh man, I mean, you can find me on Instagram. It's just my name, David, and my last name, Genat. If you want, if not, no biggie. I mean, I just support these shows. Like there's people that work so hard to bring us amazing reality TV shows. Like watch them when they're coming out, talk about them, and they'll keep getting made. If people don't support these shows, we don't get to make TV. So without the fans, I'm nothing. Without people watching this show, we are nothing. But we still need that continued support. And I think that was just so great to see people really buying into Dundee this season and supporting us and watching it. And even if they were talking shit about me, great. Talk more shit. It's great.
Yep, and also I want to fight for hour-and-a-half episodes next season. I want to see more character development.
To Joe, it's so weird for me to be only on 45 minutes. I'm like, I usually do 24 episodes, 90 minutes. I'm like, this is not enough television coverage for the Golden God.
This guy is the Golden God. Dude, David, what a pleasure. I hope to talk to you again someday. You are welcome on this show anytime. And like I said, I'll give you the $100 later. But congratulations, man. I'm really happy for you.
I'm going to hold you to that. All right.